Oh my God, guys. What an amazing night. I can't even say, like, I danced, you know, with one of the best female dancers as a, you know, I have my like own joie de vivre when it comes to dancing, but she had her thing, you know, and it was just like matching, you know what I mean? It was like everybody in the room was watching us dance, like, hey, hey. And then I did get some money stole from me though. But you know what? As Spirit always says, maybe that person needed it more than me, and at least they didn't steal all of it. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for that. But it wasn't like that big of a deal, because after that happened, then one of my friends kind of just watched my stuff for me while I was out on the dance floor, you know, doing my jig. That was cool. I'm about to go to bed. So I'm scared to go to sleep because I'm scared I won't wake up in time to go to work. So I have to set like 2 alarms in order to wake up in time. But it was so much fun. Oh my God. Like so much fun. It was so much fun. So much fun. I got my butt whooped in pool a couple of times, but that's because I think after like my first 2-3 rounds of my favorite drink, I was already kind of a little tipsy. So I had to stop the Hennessy all night long in order to like get on an even keel. But my favorite drink is Hennessy and beer. And sometimes I pour the Hennessy in the beer just for a little extra flavor. I know it's a little crazy. But my friend, I had a designated driver and she drove me home. And I Ubered over there. But I asked her if by the end of the night, if she didn't mind driving me home, I would pay her. She took care of me, watched my stuff. She knows me very well. So the jug, it all happened kind of naturally. It was so much fun. Oh my God, like everybody there is like so cool. Everybody's like, it's your birthday, B. Happy birthday. What you want to drink? Happy birthday. That's why I had to have somebody drive me home, y'all. I'm not all here right now. I think my blood alcohol level is like 20 times above the legal. Not my intention, but I think I paid for 1 drink and a bucket of beer, which I ended up having to give away at the end of the night because everybody kept buying me beer and I never even got to my own bucket. Everybody bought me a beer and a Hennessy all night. I think I had to just quit the Hennessy and be like, no Hennessy, just the beer. And I never even touched my own bucket. I ended up having to give my bucket of beer away. It's only like, what, 6 beers? I was going to share them with, I don't know, some random ladies anyway, but it ended up being like people just were buying my drinks all night, and now I'm scared to go to sleep because I'm scared that I won't wake up in time to go to work. Even with 2 alarms, sometimes I ignore them. Just me. But it was so much fun, y'all. So next time I go out, I'm hoping it'll be tonight because I think I'm off the next 2 days after tonight. No, I still have to work Monday. Dang it. It'll still be tonight. I don't care. And my boss is going to have to deal with that. Whatever. I'll tell him before I get off today that I might be late tomorrow. But I want to go back. It was so much fun. It was worth it. It's my birthday weekend. Why shouldn't I? I know what it entails, and I know what I'm getting myself into. I probably shouldn't be drinking this much. I am not this big of a drinker, y'all know. Thank you, CJ. Hi, baby. How you doing, sweet love? Boy, I'm just saying, I'm letting y'all know I'm not quite myself right now. I'm full of Hennessy, beer, and wine. And that is not quite myself right now. But thank you for coming. CJ, can you put a like in my box, please, love? It would make me feel exceptionally special. Ten of Swords. I just want to make sure I get to work in time. The Page of Pentacles. Because you know what? Ultimately, it doesn't matter how intoxicated I am. I still, Page of Pentacles, I still got goals and I'm going to still stand true to them. Regardless. Even if I'm too intoxicated to drive my own car, I will Uber myself to my job, come home sober, and be just fine with my car, and go right back out and do it again. And Uber myself to where I want to go. Will you hear from B in 1 month? The Emperor and the Knight of Wands. Nikita, more than likely, like y'all have like this stubborn ass relationship between both of you, and it's probably not going to happen because y'all are focused more on the sex part of the relationship than actually creating one. And in order to have a relationship, you have to relate to one another. Rex, how you doing, sweet baby? You have to relate. How do you have a relationship if you don't relate to one another and then they're over here and you're over there? That's not relating. It's actually separation. That does not make a relationship. Hi, Rex. How are you doing, sweet baby? I just want y'all to know, thank you so much for your birthday wishes. I appreciate you, sweet lady. Botswana. Hi, Asha. How you doing, sweet baby? Y'all, I'm not myself right now. I'm intoxicated. I just got home from the club for my birthday. It was so much fun. Everybody celebrated. Every. I mean, for real. For real, though. For real. It was crazy. If y'all would have seen it, next time, I'm going to put it on YouTube. Y'all going to be there? Tomorrow night, my birthday bash. Y'all going to be there? My birthday cake? Well, look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not much for sweets. Unless it's a sweet, sweet baby. Life is crazy. But there's one thing I am sure of. Unless it's a sweet lady, I'm not much for sugar. For real. I don't eat much cake. To make it clear. I don't. You know, I've thought about getting me a cake, but it would be for someone else. It would be like for my work staff or for, I don't know, everybody at the club, but I wouldn't eat it because I'm not a big sweets person. I don't eat sweets very often. Now, one thing I do know, CJ, is you never reach your full psychic ability. The further and further you tap in, the further and further you realize there's more to this than just that. So once you tap into the ability to read cards, then all of a sudden something happens where you can see orbs, or then when you start seeing orbs, then you start hearing knocks all over your house, to where it kind of confirmation versus hearing the phone say do 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 do. And then once you start hearing these knocks all over your house and dreams that wake you up out in the middle of your, out of your sleep, and you start writing down and keeping a dream journal, then all of a sudden there's another part of it that you just never even knew about, where you go into this meditative state when you start to speak, and everything just comes out of your mouth so naturally you don't even know that you said it until you write it down. And then once you write it down and you reread it, and you be like, oh, I said that. There's things that come out of your mouth that God, source, universe, spirit just kind of speak through you. And then you know what? You'll be like, you know what? I never thought of it in that way. I'm going to use it. You kind of never reach a spiritual peak. There's always another level. I don't know. There's always another level to the divine. All the way to, when you think something, you can hear the wind blows and the trees move. There's always another level. There's no peak. To like, you get to the point where you can kind of practically read your animal's mind. It's a dog. And you're like, this is a dog. Why the heck do I know what this dog is thinking? Or this is a cat. Why the heck do I know what this cat is thinking? Or my lover's sitting next to me. They haven't said anything, but why can't I hear what they're thinking? There's always another level. And it's not like an accusation, like, you're thinking I'm full of shit, right? And I'm like, no, I actually like you. Not like that. It's like, you can feel a person's comfort. A level of feeling. It's another chakra in what you're gifted with. You never like master any one chakra, because there's always a higher one next, a higher level of it, like it can shine so bright like the sun. So just keep working on the uniqueness of you. Someone told me the other day, Thanksgiving, Miss Passion, she said, go back to all your videos and rewatch them and see your growth. When I first started this, I was so uncomfortable. Now, y'all make me so comfortable, it's hard for me to live in the real world. Like, I started to look at people like things that y'all already know because y'all are tapped in. I look at people like, so you don't know this? Like, you don't know that you're being passive aggressive and taking your anger out on me, and a problem that we already decided that we solved, you are bringing up again, and then expect me to explain to another person because you're like gossiping and being all this stuff, and I'm supposed to be anything but the King of Wands. Like, I don't know no better. The Hierophant, I do. Hi, Renee. I really kind of don't care. You may sign my paycheck, but I kind of don't care if it's going to require me to have to deal with the BS that you got going on behind my back. I'll work. I'll even help you out. So I guess that's the kind of what I'm telling everybody is that spiritual enlightenment, it doesn't stop. You never stop growing from the things that you learn every day in life. It's like saying the older you get, you just stop learning new stuff. No, it's part of spirit. Every day that you're here, you learn something new. Life gets better and better and better and better. 10 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Fool card. The more you actually accept that you're out of control of this. This is not for you to control. It's for you to live. It's for you to live. You said one day, you wake up one day and you say, I want to go to, I don't know, the movies today. Now, on this half of your brain, you'll be like, I only have $90. It's going to cost me $20 to get in the movies. I don't get paid till Friday. It's, I don't know, Saturday, the weekend before. Do you not know that that entire week, Spirit will handle your finances for you as long as you do something great for yourself that Friday and actually go see that movie? I bought 2 new t-shirts, a jacket, a pair of pants, some underwear, some sports bras, a new pair of socks, and I already had the shoes. Could I afford it knowing that I got to move into an apartment soon? I'm not so sure. But one thing I do know is whatever I need, if I need it bad enough, Spirit has me. Seriously. Somehow it will just, they'll tell me how it will appear and what direction to go to get it. And as long as I step foot in those directions, there's nothing I can't have. Compared to where I was and compared to where I am now, I may be sitting in a hotel room right now waiting for red tape. But compared to where I was, where I thought my life, I wanted to end my life. I wanted to end my life because I was so tired of all the hurt, the pain, continually going through cycles with other people's crap that didn't even belong to me. But I ended up with the behind end of the deal compared to where I am, where I was, and where I am now. Right now, you know what I say? Let me see your butt. If I'm going to get the behind end of the deal, let me see your butt. Because here's my foot. I'm going to kick it on the way out my door. Because it didn't take you to make tonight. Tonight was amazing, fun, awesome. I had so much gratitude, love, thanks, hugs, kisses, and all that stuff without any of the people that I was trying to gain acceptance from. Everybody loved me like sister, brother, family. And it wasn't even my family. And my family, my own family, has not even said happy birthday, not even once. No matter what I do, I don't even know what I did to get here, to have done anything to deserve that. So, yes, I'm going to take myself out, pick myself up, dust myself out, start all over again. I ain't gonna let nobody hold me down. Can't nobody break my style. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on. Seriously. Yeah, CJ, so you kind of get it. And sometimes they like spend so much time trying to blame you, they don't even realize that they did it. This whole time you just been sitting there waiting for an opportunity, an experience. All they look at is shoulda, coulda, wouldas, then there, where, hows. Well, what about today? Like, what about the simple things? Myron wants to know about an Aquarius. If that person never ever gave you sex, you never lived together and were never in a relationship, would you be asking about them? Too much emphasis on external things. Rub yourself off. If you're so concerned with sex, it's safer. If that Aquarian especially is dating someone else, you sharing that Aquarian, and that Aquarian is sharing whoever his or her partner is sharing. So y'all all just mixing and mingling. Why can't you wait for somebody that actually is there for you than to try to focus on somebody that ain't? They ain't there. You're so worried about them coming back if they never did. And people are going through this over worse things than who they was having sex with, who rubbed their hair at night, and probably the person didn't even really do it right. But you're lonely as fuck because you don't know how to be by yourself. You don't know how to take yourself out to eat. You don't know how to take yourself to get a massage and your feet done. Get your hair done, get your hair cut, whatever your case may be. Run your own shop. You don't know how to do these things for yourself, which is exactly why you're in the situation you're in. Do things for yourself. And that person, after you realize they were more of a responsibility and a liability than somebody there doing it with you, you'll find the person that will do it with you. They have growth. You have growth. I guess that makes a team, huh? Not somebody that won't even come together with you in the first place. That's not a team. That's throwing something in your face and they know say they have something over you, which is your love for them. That's a no. Mm-mm. That way. And you know what the fucked up thing is, CJ? Motherfuckers don't even make sure you're okay. Are you so good in this world? So much better than I. You can't even ask me, how's your birthday? Are you okay? How many of you on this chat line has asked me that today? How many of you have said happy birthday? and I can't even get it. Come on. I say happy birthday on their birthdays. I was there for every one of their holidays. I did everything that they wanted me to. Yet, my mother's birthday is November 9th. Happy birthday, Mama. Just want to let you know I love you. Happy birthday, Miss Bragg. I haven't heard from her since the night before last, Thanksgiving. And I didn't hear from her. I wrote her happy Thanksgiving. Then she wrote me back. My message from Spirit is, stop acting like you owe them anything. You don't. I don't owe them nothing. Not an ounce of respect, not honor, not devotion. You guys, all of you, are here more for me than they are. At least I can spill my guts to y'all, talk to y'all, have conversations with y'all. If we argue, I can argue with y'all. We still be right back on this line, having another conversation again about something else, even if it's under another name. We still cooler than a ceiling fan. All I get is judged by these people over here. What are you judging me for? What is this? Because of your worst doing, are you thinking you're better than? What are you better than? I just kind of don't get it. If you knew how this all happened, I stay confused about it because they waited till I was broken up. I was divorcing my ex-wife and breaking up with my ex-girlfriend. Okay. The weird thing is I was already divorcing my ex-wife before I got with my ex-girlfriend. I'm with my girlfriend at the time. And then the divorce and the breakup with my ex-girlfriend kind of all happened at the same time. And then everything kind of, when they saw me in a vulnerable, hurt state, it's like, have you ever had somebody just kind of stick the dagger in a place that is not like terminal, but it hurts all the same, and it is twisting it and twisting it and twisting it? It's kind of how it felt. Like, I needed my family the most because I was going through the most pain I ever felt in my life. My first true love breakup. And I didn't feel this way with my wife, but I felt this way with my ex-girlfriend, right? Because I don't think I've ever been in love before. I think I was like my parents, like living out of obligation when I was married. But when I was with my ex-girlfriend, I actually felt like I was with somebody because I actually, truly, genuinely love that person. But my karma was, I feel like my ex-wife fell for me. She actually, truly, genuinely loved me, but she just had ways. I can't say it's the same. However, I was literally devoted to this person, and then it ends up being, I don't know, everything else I've ever experienced, which was kind of probably the most heartbreaking thing in the first place. So can I say that true love doesn't exist? It actually does. It exists. It just doesn't exist in the person you want it to be all the time. Because that person has their own ways, their own problems, their own issues, their own this, their own that, and there's nothing you can do about it. Could I help that? I don't know, my ex-wife, like she was addicted to this and prone to that, and it's just like a lot of too much. And I just kind of just felt like, oh my God, I can't do this no more. And then ex-girlfriend, she was just still hung up on her ex, and then still coming to my bed, and then it was just like choom, 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 back and forth all the damn time. And she would argue with me to get to him, and she was arguing with him to get to me, and we neither of us had any idea, because Scorpios don't tell shit until shit hit the fan. And they don't even tell you. Just kind of figure it out after time. Nah, fam. You ain't gonna use me to get to him and him to get to me. Because I know when you are not in this bed, and if you were in this bed, there's no thinking about him. And if you're sitting in his bed and you can't wait to get to me, there's an issue there. I know exactly why you ain't staying there. So I got to the point where I gave you a reason to stay. Don't come back here. I'll give you a reason not to come back. Because this back and forth BS that you're trying to pull and the wool over my eyes is not going to work. Not anymore. Well, I find you still emailing him. I didn't mean to look in your phone, but there were so many suspicious things going on around me. I didn't even know what to say. Like one day, we talked every single day, every hour of the day, 365 days a year, making plans, doing handstands, whatever, whatever. Then one day, everything like just cut off like like a ribbon and a pair of scissors. Only thing you were doing now is sleeping in my bed. Something, a habit you could not quit. No, I'm just saying, it's not that I'm thinking about it in a bad way. Have you ever like thought of something in a recovery way? I'm thinking of it as something I recovered from. But I'm telling Myra this because something tells me something in this story is going to help people stop worrying so much about if somebody's coming back, because every time they come back, it's a cycle. You'll be better off. And I'm gonna put it like that. And I'm gonna please CJ. I'm not gonna please CJ. I'm gonna please myself. I'm gonna please CJ. I'm gonna please Myra. And saying, if that person came back, who's to say you're not gonna go through the same thing again? They already have shown you that they will leave, ignore you. I don't know. No, you don't. Mm-mm. Nobody asks such intimate questions about a friend only. No, you don't. And the only way that you can be honest about how you feel is to be honest with yourself. Because Moira, We talk about your friend only as if he's your lover only. So when you're gonna find a boyfriend, and stop making your friend your only focus. Be honest with yourself, because you ain't lying to me. You're lying to yourself by trying to deter the conversation. It's not lying to me. If anything, I feel you through this screen right now. Like, there's part of you that really, really likes this person. There's no way that you will be okay with this person leaving your life. And if they have, you're clearly not. I have a best friend. True story. He's been my best friend since middle school, 7th grade. He always he was like a little chubby, so he hid his body behind me. Hi, Panshanka. I mean, Paranka. Sorry. Excuse me. Y'all, I'm intoxicated. So he's been my best friend since 7th grade. His name is Ladislaw. I call him Lotus. 7th grade. Went to high school together. We were in band together. We had classes together. Like, we were thick as thieves. If they didn't see me with him, they asked where I was. If they didn't see whatever, they asked each other where the other person was. So it wasn't until we started our second year of college that we started kind of separating and going our own ways. He was a physical therapist. I was a musician. Although he was a musician, he just kind of did it as an extracurricular activity. I was born with it. Two different things. He was just very smart. So, as he should have gotten his doctorate. So that's what he went for, his doctorate. Awesome kid. When he got in his first relationship, it almost destroyed everything he was going for. His physical therapy degree, his doctorate, everything he was going for. He loved this man so much. He always hid his gay behind my gay. It's crazy. So he would have like gay pornos and stuff like that. He would like have these porn magazines, gay porn and all that stuff. But he hid it at my house under my bed. And when my dad found it, my dad started tripping. But that's a whole nother story. I'll take one for the team for my friend. Because he couldn't hide it at his house because his Spanish family would not have accepted or understood it. I understood that. I had nothing to lose. Honestly. This was the first family I really ever considered a family to have. And even to this day, they haven't called me for my birthday. I digress. So he was like my best friend. Like, he is still my best friend. I still worry about him sometimes because we don't talk as much as we used to. I haven't understood why yet. Someday he'll explain it to me. He will. Because he's still my friend on Facebook. All my best friends. I only had 4. From middle school to high school. Same 4 best friends in the world, Craig. I did pull cards. All right, Myra. I'm going to pull your cards, but I'm going to finish telling my story. I'll pull your cards after I tell my story. We even went to prom together. I think that was the only time I ever wore a dress. I actually wore a prom dress. I just didn't even show up at prom, though. I couldn't be seen like that. We went to the movies instead. If it wasn't no pants and no suit, I was not about to be in public with it. Or some jeans, I was really a tomboy since I was a kid. I started fixing my first car when I was 16 years old because my parents wouldn't buy me a car, and the one that I could afford needed some, work. So, and then Myra, do you really think that these cards can tell you anything other than what's exactly happening in your life right this very second? Is that person there with you right now, Myra? Hangman. Nope. You're waiting. Justice. The point is not if that person is going to come back to make your life better. The justice is, it doesn't matter if you want to talk to him yet. Honestly. After you were done doing all the damage you can do to hurt feelings and this and that and the other. 3 of Swords. You might as well find somebody else. But that person is not going to just keep letting you stomp on them and attitude and everything you got going on and this and that and the other. And you shouldn't let that person do that to you either. Truth. 10 of Swords. Because all it keeps doing is, I put a sword in your back, you put a sword in my back, I put a sword in your back. This back and forth energy that is kind of not working in the first place. It doesn't matter if you don't want to talk to him. If he hasn't reached out to you, apparently he doesn't want to talk to you either. Full card. You might as well start over with somebody else. Stop acting like that's the only person of the 3 billion, 4 billion, 40 billion people on this earth. Like he's the only one. It's kind of obsessive, don't you think? And the only reason I'm telling you that is because once upon a time, I had that mind frame until I got over it. My victory card. Not the only person. Definitely not the only one. An Ace of Swords. I can have whatever I like. I can have whoever I like. Whatever I like. It's up to me. Or am I going to keep blocking everybody and stopping my wheel of fortune, or am I going to go for it? I don't know. That's the only person that you think you can get. The only person you think you can get. 4 of Swords. Maybe. If that's the best you think you can do, then be with somebody that you don't even want to talk to. Some ghosting you. It's the best you think you can do. Or are you going to work on self-love? Accept yourself for who you are. and realize if you ain't talking in the first place, you ain't supposed to. Because what's meant for you will never pass you by. Otherwise, he would be calling you Ace of Wands. Knight of Wands. He'd be calling you, coming on a chariot, handing you the good business. But he's not. And neither of you. So why are you trying to force something on somebody you know ain't working in the first place? So will that person come back? Even if they did, it's a cycle, a wheel of fortune, a world card, a cycle. You're going to have to go over and over again. Because you'll never forget the one time they broke your heart and you really love them. Period. Over choices. So why? You can think about it till you're blue in the face. Call them if you want to. Let's put it to rest. Call them. Put it to rest. Call him. If you're the one that so much don't want him, call him if you want to. Take him back. Because there's no reason why you should keep asking me about if this person is going to come back. Why? Why stick to friends if you're going to ask the same question every time? Maybe you should ask what's really on your mind. And I even know that's clearly not it. You're clearly, every time he gets a girlfriend, he's going to make you jealous. Then you're going to be doing the same thing over again, hurting his feelings because he found somebody to like. Because you have more feelings for him than you want to admit. And you're only hurting him and yourself, which eventually is going to destroy your relationship. Because you're going to look in everybody that you date for somebody like him. And honestly, how fucked up is that? Do you want to be compared to somebody's ex-girlfriend? I don't think so. You need to figure this stuff out. I'm sorry, Moira, but you need to figure out what you need to do. That's the bottom of your deck. And I read your cards. And how many more Ten of Swords do you got here? I don't have to play no games with these damn cards, with the sneaky shit. These are my cards. And so shall within me they live. So no, I don't have to read them. I'm going to show you a card or two if it makes you feel better. You need to start over new. Leave that person the hell alone. Because that is heartbreaking pain over and over again. The Emperor, again. The Knight of Wands, again. The Queen of Cups in reverse. It's not really, it's more of an infatuation because you can't even admit. And then even if you do, you're scared that they won't feel the same. Fear is for fools. So if you're not willing to stop fighting yourself, you might as well find somebody else. But don't keep fighting with them or you will lose them. Friends, lover, or otherwise. Truth. Vanshanka. Okay, I'm done talking about it because it brought my dang on, brought my mojo down. But I will tell the truth. I'm doing well. How is your health, sweet baby? CJ, you still here, sweet baby? Can somebody make me laugh real quick? Tell me a joke. Who is this? Hold on, y'all. Hey, y'all don't got no volume on that? I don't know. Holy snap. Damn. Okay, I found it. Okay. Whew, okay. Y'all know I don't play. I just made them turn down their radio from outside. I just don't play. I don't play. Princess, as long as it's about you and not when somebody gonna come back in your life. Specifically, you. I specialize in personal healing, not because the person that is gone is not gonna heal you. You heal yourself. When you heal yourself, you won't even be looking for that same person that's gone. So I gotta say, you'll be looking for somebody that actually makes you feel good about yourself. That ain't running, that ain't hiding from you. They don't have nothing bad to say about you. That'll kiss you in your sleep, wake you up to some coffee, cook some breakfast, have some kids with you. Be happy that you're having them. I had a customer to come to my store today say, he's like, what, 30, 31? He has a 4-year-old daughter, which means he was like 20-something when he had this baby. And he said, man, I'm having baby mama problems. And he said, I just wish I would have waited. So you, if it has something to do with you, did E find me attractive? That's not about you. It's about E. It's not about you. Vanchanka, you can get a reading about you. Because this is going to be like, this is a night of inner healing. Not what somebody else thought about you. Like that's leaving your destiny in somebody else's hands, which is completely inappropriate. All right, Myra. Vanshanka, ask your question as long as it's about you. Two to 3 months. All right, and then Myra, I got you about the music. And what do you want to know about the music, Myra? Just put the question on out there. I'll read it as I'm done with this reading. 2 to 3 months, you're going to have a decision to make. What decision, Spirit? Can you like stop being so vague? Because that shit is annoying. The 10 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. A decision on are you going to pick your problems up and actually realize and heal from them? Because the 10 of Wands is like a guy, like he's like every thought, every problem, everything. All right, let me gather up my bushel of issues, right? Ace of Swords is like, and let me like cut the BS off and start anew. Now that's one side of your Two of Swords. I'll put it right here. So this is your one side of your Two of Swords. Now here's the other side of your Two of Swords. You're going to have an option. King of Cups. Two of Swords. Swords. King of Cups and the Moon card. You have the option also to understand your masculine energy and okay. Are you going to learn yourself, King of Cups, and your love language? You can't be like, treat people some way, this kind of way, and then be like, I didn't treat you that way. The Moon card. But you know you did. Deep down in. So you can't do anything in the dark and be in a commitment. So are you going to make yourself emotionally available? You can't be like, look, you can't be soft and hard at the same time. There's going to have to be a happy medium. Vanshanka, I'm answering your first question, only question. Any other question, cash at me. You never have. I'm answering one. You will take over my whole thing. So that's it. You need to look at your softer side. Look at your weaknesses, what you think is your weaknesses, like being a female, being soft, being kind, being sweet, as a strength, the Hierophant, the Strength card. And until you look at things like that, Justice in reverse and the Magician in reverse, until you start looking at things like that, you're not going to have what you want for a long time. It's going to be a minute. Myra, I'm scared he will catch feelings. Myra, what about you? Take him, take these connotations out of the sentence. Him, they, their, them, their name, and just put Myra. What about Myra? If there was no him, they, their, we, this, that, and the other, who is Myra? Without he, without him, without they, without their, without her, without she, without he, without, who is Myra without all of that? I am scared he will catch feelings. Then don't fucking date him. It's that fucking simple. Why is Myra afraid of anybody catching feelings for her when she's asking about them in the first place? That's on you. Talk about Myra. Why do you have commitment issues? And then Vanshanka, you need to decide where you're putting your energy. Is it finances, love? A majority of your energy. Because wherever you put a majority of your energy, the other energies will fall short. So if it's all on finances, you don't have time for love. You don't have time for commitment. That doesn't mean that the more you try to focus on finances, you won't ever fall in love. That's not how that works. It's just that maybe your focus should be on you. Why are you working towards finance? Why are you working towards love? Why are you working towards commitment? If you are, it's not about getting a job. Anybody can get a job. It's about liking what you do. Tyler Tarot told me today, when you have a job that's meant for you, it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like something you do. When you just go out there and look for a job, you're going to find a labor job. Something that just feels like work all the damn time. Vanshanka. I've done so many readings for you. I've done a lot of readings for you, baby. And you know what? I pull cards for you every time I can. I need to stay focused, baby. Because if I do pull, I just pull cards for you, and it's still not enough. I pull a card for Myra, she gets it. I pull cards for you, it's never enough. There's always more. My spirit guides told me about that. They said I can be the same way too. What do we tell actors? To break a leg? What do you mean by that, CJ? They're like bad luck or something? The Emperor card trying to be funny. What do you mean by that? I can't keep answering the same questions over and over again for like the answer's gonna change, because I'm not gonna tell you this person is gonna come back, bro. I'm just not. If that person's coming back, you let me know. How about that? Until then, what are you going to do with you? You're my concern. Not all Tom, Dick, and Harry that I ain't even spoke to. My Ace of Cups is y'all, not them. You get different vibes from this asking. No, it's just that sometimes I see the same cards all the time, but sometimes it's harder for me. And because I'm intoxicated, maybe I don't have no holdback, or I don't know, no stop button, but I see the same cards all the time. It's just that sometimes it's hard to tell y'all that stuff. It's just hard to tell y'all that stuff. And if this person is at your house every day and he has shown interest in you, then that's something else. If you've let him know that you're interested in him and he said no, but you're still trying to pursue, he's going to keep saying no. Like, I want you all to hold your head up high and shine bright like a diamond, because you deserve it. Why? Why sit up underneath that? Like you're beneath or don't deserve. I wish you would. Myra, I don't know what it's like because every scenario it's not like. So I don't know what it's like. That's why I'm not trying to assume. However, I have a feeling in my chest about it just not being discussed or mutual. Discussed or mutual. Not and, but or. It either hasn't been discussed or it's not mutual. And both of the both of the two answers, you know too. You either haven't talked about it or it's not mutual and y'all have talked about it. It's what it is. And me, like sitting here reading cards over something you know has already been discussed between you and him, or you know it's not mutual, isn't helping you, it's keeping you stuck from the person that you're actually supposed to be with. So why should I give you an answer about something that someone that doesn't, they were a soulmate, supposed to be a best friend that you caught feelings for, supposed to be somebody that you can share your everything with, you know, the one person that you could tell anything to. You just wasn't supposed to catch feelings and you did. One time I caught feelings for my gay best friend. I did. I was gay as hell. He's gay as hell. I still caught feelings. But mostly because of that. He's the person I could tell any and everything to. He was my go-to. Just wasn't in a bad way. And the show wasn't in a sexual way, I'll tell you now. It's just that oddly enough, I kept catching myself getting jealous over stupid stuff. Oh, so you call this person instead of calling me? I'm not gonna call you no more. Fuck you. I was a kid. Well, I was like 22 years old. Just so the thing is, that's something you have to heal within yourself is expecting to be the center of your friends. Hey, buddy, old pal, friends. Hi, friend. Hey, friend. What are you doing, friend? Oh, me and Jack are into it right now, friend. Can I get some good advice, friend? Your friends, you cannot be the center of your friend's universe. This is what it is. And if you can't accept it, you have to learn that the hard way, especially if it's non-romantic. Something you will just put yourself through instead of just accepting what the word friends means. And if it's more jealousy than it is you want to be with that person, you need to evaluate yourself and go through that, I don't know, that phase and dark night of that phase, realizing and like evaluating with yourself why you feel so jealous of your friend. Because when you have a new boyfriend, girlfriend, somebody else, you're going to expect that same damn friend to accept what you got going on. So why are you putting them through that? You think you're going to be alone and by yourself for the rest of your life? Eventually, he's going to or she's going to have to deal with who you have in your life. It's like you have to deal now with who they have in their life. There's nothing you can do about it. Doesn't mean you're going to be alone forever. Eventually, both of y'all get married, have kids, live in separate homes. You're going to be jealous then? Shit don't make no sense. I'm going to see about that. Shit don't make no sense. You will be married. She'll be married. He'll be married. Live in separate homes. Have separate children. Have in-laws and Christmases, and y'all come together for a friend vacation because you need somebody to talk to. They're married. Y'all still gonna be going through this? I'm gonna grow up about that. Truth. Gotta grow up about it. So what if they get a girlfriend? So what if they don't have so much time for you no more? Honestly, if you were the first one to get a girlfriend, a boyfriend, this, that, and the other, you would be in their seat and not the other way around. Is what it is. Why be jealous? Matter of fact, take a moment and be happy for them. It's not like you're missing out on nothing. You don't have as much access to that person as you used to. Naturally. Because people are supposed to grow up and start relationships. Have kids. Argue, fuss, and fight. And have a best friend to call to talk about it to. People are supposed to do that. Somebody non-biased. Somebody that ain't trying to get at them to keep them all to themselves. Even if you ain't gonna never sleep with that boy. Even if you ain't gonna never be with that boy. Even if you... That's just selfish. Because as soon as you find somebody you love, that same boy that you're trying to keep to yourself is going to be on the back burner to who the hell in your life who's sleeping in your bed. Don't nobody want to hear that. Grow up. It's what it is. And y'all know, I don't really want to tell y'all like this, but I've been drinking too much. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give you the spread. And not in a negative way. This is logic tarot. This is in a real way. Think about it. You can't make somebody be up under your thumb until you find somebody to love. Come on, man. Be happy for them. And understand that that is your door, your key, your opening for you to find your own pathway, because you've been leaning on this pathway for entirely too long. Expecting somebody to just entertain you while you're alone. And Spirit has been trying to hook you up with somebody for a long, long time, but until you put yourself out there and you say, Spirit, I don't know what you have planned for me, and I really kind of don't. But I do know this. Say, Spirit, I do know this. I'm not sure that I want things to continue the way they're going. I don't want to get emotional fulfillment from my best friend. Maybe. gonna have. Oh, it's over there. Maybe that's part of the issue. I don't want to get emotional fulfillment from my best friend. That makes me stuck on him. You expect. Anytime you call, if you just call, I'll come running to see you again. You're his best friend, not his girlfriend. If you were in the hospital, he'd be right there. Otherwise, I promise you, it doesn't work like that. I respect the person more for not making their girlfriend jealous over you, but still having time with you without affecting his relationship. That is respectful. And if you can't respect it and you trying to mix jealousy and all of that, he don't got to do that either. He could just simply not talk to you no more. And then people say, he ghosted me. No, he didn't. He really tried to be your friend. He tried to do everything the way you wanted it, how you wanted it, when you wanted it, as much as he could without damaging what he already had going. So you have to have sympathy for other people and understand where your relationship is, lies, and it doesn't matter if they've been your best friend for 30 years. They're in love. And you're going to have to, now you're a blended family. Now you're a blended family versus just being you and him. You feel me? Now you're a blended family, which means you're going to have to take the time to like be friends with her too. Learn who she is, especially if you want all of y'all to hang together. Otherwise, females don't like other females around their men. It's up to you how you choose to handle this. I can tell you this, or you can experience it. Still the same. I can tell you that though. Females do not like females around their men. Tell you that now. All right. Here's a prime legit answer, like for an example. So imagine, okay, if you're a female in this room, do you like other females around your man? If you're a male in this room, do you like other males around your females? Just getting close, huggy, high-fiving, winking, inside jokes, best friends, whatever. Now, and y'all are in a relationship. If y'all are single, if your female, male of your sexuality of choice, if they had a best friend that every time y'all talk to get together, they're always there, would you be okay with it? Male, female, any gender. I don't care what it is. And this is only from a human nature perspective. I'm not saying it's right, but just asking. Just to get a natural human nature perspective of all of it. Do you males want other females around, other males around your female, sitting, chilling, y'all are having joking, you outside, and they're just sitting and chilling, joking, and they ain't even gay. They're just there, best friends for life. And then you females, you got a male that's best friends with a female. Just sitting, joking, chilling. You at work, they just sitting, joking, chilling. How many of you are okay with that? I'm just saying from a human perspective, not saying it's right. I'm saying human nature. I think CJ and Myra is still here. Depends. Okay. Depends on what? I cannot find my lighter to save my life, and I just lit a cigarette. Because my ashtray is right there. What's going on here, universe, God source? Now, like two of them. If I really like the girl. So say you really did like the girl, and you're at work, the girl's chilling at your house with your boyfriend. Ain't nothing much going on. But you at work, and she called and said, "Oh, I'm gonna come over there. I know Myra she gets off in 2 hours. I'm just come over there and just come and chill with you for a little while until she gets off." Would that be cool with you? Would that be cool with you? Thank you, Ronaldo. Welcome back, sweet love. Would it be cool with you? Don't make an exception because you're in a situation, but actually think of it in a realistic point of view. Thank you for coming back, sweet baby. We're learning a lesson right now in, I don't know, etiquette. Etiquette. I can't find my light. Where's my lighter, though? Etiquette. What is cool and what is not? I had 2 of them, bro. Well, I haven't been anywhere. I just pulled them both out. Found one. Awesome. Awesome sauce. One is good. Myra, if I really like a girl, etiquette. And just let me know if you don't know what I mean. CJ, do you understand what I mean? Does anybody understand what I mean? Because if you don't, I got a story for you. Okay, then I have a story for you. So I have this next door neighbor, right? I'm not at all interested in him. We have one thing in common: music. You don't even know what a past life is. Actually, if you understand what a past life soulmate is usually family. That means people you have lived many of lifetimes together. It's not a past life soulmate. It's somebody you met. A past life soulmate is somebody you have spent many a time together, like your father, your brother, your sister, your aunts, your uncles. Those are decades of lineage. Past life means lineage. It does not mean somebody that you've married before in a life before this. No, that is a joke. You don't have a past life with somebody you've never met, that you met on the street and y'all like stayed together for a couple of years. Even though y'all have like a soul connection. Now that's different than a past life. A past life soulmate is usually refers to family. It like people really don't really know what that means. A past life soulmate is somebody you've known since childhood, somebody you've known since, like literally your whole life. It's like usually mother, father, sister, brother, aunts, uncles, dead relatives. Then that's different. That's different. Now you could have like, how do you say it? 9 times out of 10, deja vu comes from dreams. You could have dreamt about it and then all of a sudden lived it. Deja vu. Deja vu is not necessarily like you did it 1,000 years ago as another self reincarnated and now you're reincarnated into another self. That's not necessarily what that means. What that kind of means is pay attention to your dreams. Because sometimes you may dream about some things and you may forget your dream. And then you wake up and then it happened and you're like, I've been through this before. This is so weird. And then somebody comes up to you, says the exact same thing you dreamt about. And then somebody else comes up and say, and then like you may not remember necessarily that part, but then person that was the main character in there, all of a sudden, everything that they do seems like I kind of knew this was going to happen. Like, I've seen it before. 9 times out of 10, that kind of deja vu comes from your dreams. 9 times out of 10. Now, can I say that you're not, I don't know, Queen of Sheba or King Tut or something of that nature, or a descendant of? I can't say that. But one thing I can say is your dreams hold a very powerful position in your life. They do. Your dreams can happen in real life, and you don't remember what you dreamt, but when it happens in real life, you know that it's happened before. You're just like for instance, so one day I went into work from 7:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night. Something in my subconscious started to think, not even in a subconscious way, like I knew what was going to happen next. Was it Wednesday? I go to work. Mind you, I was actually doing my boss a good deed because everybody else had called in to work. So it was me and one worker, and then me by myself for the rest of the day. I was doing him a favor. He called his boss that Wednesday. His boss says, I need you, but if you don't listen to him, because he's such a great guy, which he's really an asshole. Nobody even works with him to know. He's such a great guy. And you're just going to have to follow the rules. I said, okay. That's our district manager. I knew that this was going to happen too. He's looking for me to validate him in such a way, or like looking for me to have to look to him for anything, that he called another manager to the store as he was writing me up for the same incident we had already talked about with the previous manager that he didn't write me up for. I said, okay. I signed it gracefully. I signed exactly just unnecessary shit. I signed it gracefully. I said, me and Brandon, me and this person, this manager and him, we already talked about this. Now he has you here. How messy can this get? I already agreed, and I'm here between me and this manager. Now you're from a whole nother district, from a whole nother store in here. He's trying to validate himself some kind of way so that I will bow down to him. He can suck my motherfucking nuts. I'm not coming in any early. I sure ain't staying late. And you sure can't call me when you need somebody, because you are short staffed and you sure gonna need me at some point in time. Now he wants me to Christmas decorate his store. I think's not. Mm-mm. You better ask somebody you didn't write up. I ain't the one. And this is not retaliation. This is simple as you went out of your way to try and A, validate yourself, and B, try to humiliate me. Because I already told you I just wanted off for my birthday today. I still worked anyway, thank God, because I made like $300 today off of customers. Appreciate you. But still, I just wanted a day off for my birthday. You made it seem like I don't know, committed treason in that beast. You call every manager, district manager, and everybody else. if I were him, you cannot have 3 days off, especially if it's Friday weekend. And B, we need you because nobody in this store has the kind of experience you have. That doesn't make me obligated to you at all. I'm not obligated to your store. I get paid the same as everybody else. You're maybe a manager, a store manager. I don't have that kind of responsibility. So I'm not gonna let all of you put that on me. They just keep trying to put shit on me that don't belong to me. That's why I don't be here half the time, because I'm around all these fucking energy vampires. Shit don't belong to me. He wants to be the only manager there. He wants to tell me when I can and cannot clock in. He knows if I'm there an hour early, apparently I didn't know my schedule because he don't post it nowhere. Other than he'll put it on the phone, but the actual website that we're supposed to go to look at our schedule, he doesn't post it on there. So there's no up and coming schedule. We have to go through hoops and bounds just to find out what our schedule is. Most of the people who's supposed to come in call in. So he got three workers. Well, 2 now, because one of them is on vacation. 2 workers that'll actually cover his ass. Me and one other dude. Now 2 other dudes, because he just hired one that was a previous worker there. And I like him because he actually works. He got a bunch of people there that don't even. These people just stand and sit there and watch you work and don't do shit. Know what needs to be done and don't do anything. So I'm saying, and then when I brought it to his attention, he's like, well, now we need 17 workers instead of 14 workers. First of all, you don't even have 3 workers. Because look what you do. You sit your ass in the office all day. And then every time somebody clock in, you make them do the hardest shit work that you can find while you sitting over here dusting shelves. And you a whole man. And I'm a whole female. And you want me to pick up this trash, take it outside, all this stuff. You've been here all morning on my birthday. And you couldn't do it yourself. Men have lost their train of thought. What happened to men taking out the trash? Picking up the heavy stuff? Do you know how fast a man will watch a woman struggle before they actually do something? Shit ain't what's up. Just because they know eventually that woman is going to accomplish her goal. Do you not have any? Chivalry can't be dead, man. I didn't grow up like this. I'm an 80s baby. Back in the 80s, the men carried the heavy stuff. They did the work. They did, carry shit on their backs. They got more muscle than us back in the day. Now women like work out and they bigger than the man. Women work 90 hours a week while men can barely even keep a 35 a week job. Not saying every man, so please, because there's some hardworking men out there. But it's a lot fewer than it was. Back in the 60s, women didn't even have to work. They stayed home and take care of their kids, and the man worked all this. But there was a whole lot of cheating then. Women were a little too submissive. Well, John had a girlfriend, but I don't know what to do about it. Now women know what to do about it, but now the men have just been there. Yeah, they stay at home, and you probably the only one sleeping with them, but probably because nobody wants them, because they only sitting on this bed playing on the TV with their Xbox 17, 16, I mean, I don't know, PlayStation 16, 17, 19. I thought you were supposed to be making money at gaming. Right now, you just sitting over here playing. You shit ain't a game because I got bills to pay. That's become an issue in this world today. While you sparting on my couch and scratching your balls, and ain't took a shower in days, and then wonder why I don't want to get laid. Ain't nothing sexy about that. And not saying me personally, because I will open my woman's door. I will take out the trash. I will clean that motherfucking toilet so she don't have to touch nothing dirty but the dishes. I'll even separate my own clothes so she don't even have to touch my dirty drawers. She ain't gotta wash them, but she sure don't have to touch them. I'll make sure my lady is treated like a lady all the time, every day, every single hour of the day. But I will also pull my weight. So that she never feels like she's doing it alone. And if y'all want me to, I think I'm going to do a montage of what women have to say about their men. And if y'all knew, it's not pretty. Half of them out here trying to find another one to sleep with because they can't sleep with the one that they with. All they see is another kid they got to take care of. And it's the truth, if I ever told it. A lady just told me that 2 nights ago. Having a man is just like having another child, and I can do bad by myself. Y'all out here, y'all sold drugs, man, y'all felonies, can't get a job. Women got to work 10 times harder, not only for you, but for her child. And then for the child that y'all made together. Because 9 times out of 10, they had one before you. And that man treated her the same way you did. I want to understand where women is coming from nowadays because they tired, man. Yes, you do, Myra, you do. And Myra, is your 4th question, so please donate at least $20. But women are tired. Women are just, look at Myra, she's just looking for one good man. She over here asking questions about every man in her life, looking for one good one. Myra, why don't you see Ronaldo? Ronaldo, you married? Y'all talk. Because he's going through the same thing you is. He looking for one good woman. Why can't y'all put 2 and 2 together? It may be long distance for now. May not be forever. CJ. I'm not sure if CJ's a female or a male. CJ, are you a female or a male? You don't have a picture. But there are people out here Just looking for that one truth. Really. Myra wants to ask another question. And yes, Myra, you have to donate if you are going to ask about someone else. I think that's going to be my new rule. If you're asking a reading about someone else, if they're coming back, when they're coming back, that requires a donation. If you're asking about yourself, I'll do that for free. Because I'm all about self-love. All right, CJ. Thank you so much. I didn't want to put you in a position where I was calling you, CJ, excuse me. CJ, when you were dating these ladies, were you not trying to be your utmost self for this female? Make sure she felt supported. Make sure her birthday was celebrated. Make sure Valentine's Day was celebrated. Make sure you took her out to eat. Make sure it wasn't all about the bedroom, but it's about things you could do together, memories you could make. Or was it just about the sex? Because I promise you, it doesn't matter what between your legs. A guy can have a long one, a little one. Rarely sex. Yeah, but that's okay. And how old are you now, CJ? You haven't been in a relationship since? Or you just kind of been dating around since? Not trying to be all up in your business, but you don't got no picture there, so nobody really knows. And I would love it if you hit my email, because I'd love it if you got back into the dating phase. Okay, so you were in a relationship with a female when you were 23. Y'all really had sex. So it wasn't about sex. It was kind of about the camaraderie and another female. And basically, y'all were experimenting with one another. Now you're 16 to 23. That's a very long relationship, though. That's like from high school and beyond. So that's a pretty decent, like, most people don't have a lengthy relationship like that at 16. So it must have been like a really weird transition breakup thing. And she's with a man now, and you're with a man now. I'm going to ask you, is your male relationship a marriage of convenience, or is it a marriage of love? Like, convenience mean y'all have children and, y'all are supportive of each other. However, you know what I'm saying? Not that it's a no, but it's just that there's sideline stuff that just kind of isn't discussed. Not saying that you're not genuine. You just don't. Is it a marriage of safety? It's a safe place. No, now it's been 18 years. No, I'm not talking about the years. I'm not talking about the years. You know, I once watched a movie. A woman was married to a man and had kids with him for all her life. She met one man one time, fell madly in love with him, while her husband and her children were away. But she also, at the end of the movie, she chose her husband and her kids, not because she didn't love the man that she fell madly in love with, but she knew how many hearts it would break if she had gone along with leaving her entire family for the man that she loved. They loved each other until the day they died. However, she stayed married and devoted to her children until the day she died. There's a difference. Okay, I'm not worried about CJ. Hear me out. And I'm not trying to say you're not. I'm just psychologically. I'm not trying to say you're not supposed to be together or that you are supposed to be together or that you're not soulmates or that you are soulmates. Psychologically, I don't care what other people say. I don't care what other psychic says. I don't care what your husband says. I don't care what your mama says. CJ, as for you, why do you feel like you had to go to a psychic in the first place about your marriage? And second, is it a marriage because someone else says it's supposed to be a marriage, or do you actually emotionally, physically, ultimately, decisively, and this is your forever and this is exactly where you want to be? Is that what you choose? Not saying that you don't. I'm asking out of curiosity, as a question and not an accusation. I'm curious. Just because when I was married, because it was security, and I knew that she loved me, and I knew that if I stayed, I would have that forever. Like, but I also knew what came with it. It's a lot, and I would have stuck with it, but one day, like, my mind said, "What am I doing here?" It became a burden, and I started to feel like I'm by myself because everything, the kids, taking them to school, her parents' kids, when they were having their issues, they would come over and stay with us. And it's like we were never married. It was like we were a slave to other people's stuff. We never went on vacation. We never were alone together. Seldomly. When we were, it was just like she was just jealous and there's a whole bunch of strife. It's like when the kids were there, we would get along. Which is why I love when the kids were there, but there was never any time for us to be a us. And when there was finally a time for us to be a us, it was more damaging than anything. When I say I was married for 13 years, I was devoted to this woman for 13 years. We were only legally married for 2, but we were common law married for 13 years. When we finally got legally married, that's when the true colors came out. I started realizing she's sitting in other cities, pretending like her phone doesn't work, but her phone automatically, magically work when I'm sitting in another city in our home. And she's like, come pick me up. But when I was calling you to tell you I'm leaving, I'm leaving the city that we're supposed to be spending family vacation with. She was cheating every time we went. So it's not that I'm trying to push that on anyone. And it wasn't even that she cheated. I really kind of don't care. It was just that if you didn't want to be with me, you probably should have said that a whole lot sooner, because I would have raised the white flag a whole long time ago. I'd have been okay with it. Because the most prominent thing we had was a popular relationship and really good finances. So that way we kind of just took care of each other to make sure one another never felt lack. But the love part, and I treated her sweet. And she did like things that most people kind of wouldn't do for another person. We had that together. However, it was the rest of it, like that middle part, that middle ground, the lust, the love, the passion, the devotion. It was like anybody can come and stomp on that part at any point in time. And I'm not saying that this is other people's story. This is just mine. Only mine. So I'm not saying that this applies to anyone out here. But I'm telling you, when I realized it wasn't what I thought it was. It was more of a marriage of convenience. And because somebody told me I should marry. Because when I actually did want to marry somebody, my next relationship, it didn't take me nothing at all to ask. I was with somebody for 13 years. It took me, 10 of them, 11 of them to ask her to marry me because somebody suggested it. And because marriage was just barely legalized, but wasn't the first thing on my mind. So that's basically why I'm asking out of curiosity. Because sometimes I feel like I was alone in that situation and not because. So I'm asking your I'm not trying to break up I'm not trying to break up your relationship. I'm asking because I'm wondering if I'm alone in this situation. So you're doing me a service, if anything. You struggled in the beginning. What was the struggle? Because Spirit keeps trying to make me be with these men because they keep throwing men in my face like it's something I want and I don't. But they keep saying this is the only way you're going to get pregnant. If otherwise, you're going to have to wait for adoption or somebody to be with, or, make a family with in vitro. And I'm just like, I don't care how I got to do it. I just don't want no man. But every time I say I don't want no man, here comes a man at my front door, just like, I'm just like, what? Like, is Spirit not listening to like anything I say? So, CJ, I'm not saying if you have any insight, but how did you cross over like that? Did you just find a man that treats you like extremely special or something? Like, how are we supposed to be together? I'm questioning why Spirit keeps finding these guys just first off, it's not about shadow work. This is beyond shadow work. This is something I never want. I have never wanted to be with a guy. But the first half of my life, Spirit showed me all these women and how they could be. And it kind of didn't work out. Gotta say it. If Spirit knew me the way they should know me, I get bored with men really easily. And I don't even like when they wake up with morning wood and like it's sticking in my butt. I just kind of fucking don't like that. I don't like the motion in the ocean. I don't like any of it. I like get really bored with them really quick. I don't like their attitudes. I don't like their domineering ways. I just kind of don't. I don't like it. I like sensitivity and beauty and ass and titties. Like women. And Spirit they don't seem to get it. Or maybe I just don't. I just like women. I just do. I like women in boxer shorts. I like women in some sexy lingerie and some panties and some bras. I like studs. I like females. I just don't like men. I cannot imagine seeing a penis in my fucking face. Or some hairy ass legs, a man chest, and some balls that smell like shit even. I just keep trying to explain this to spirit, but men are attracted to me. Like, so they're so attracted to me. I don't even go near them. Like, I avoid them like the plague. Because as soon as I talk to them, they're texting, they're calling. There's still a dude. He lives all the way in Africa, and he said, we're going to discuss music. Now he's professing his undying love for me because I'm independent. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Honestly, it feels like a green card confession, but it's part of the reason why I don't like them too, is because they always got like a sideline, something else going on. Why can't you just come true? Because I came true to you and I said, I don't want to be married to no man. So I don't know what you have in your mind. But when you came to me, we discussed music. You listened to my songs. You said we would collab. You can't even sing, rap, do nothing. I gave you a demo. You ain't even put it out yet. You just sitting here. I did on several occasions. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. They don't care. They find my lesbianism as their challenge, a challenge that they have to meet. And they say, I want to put a baby in you. What the fuck is that going to do? No, it's not just him. None of them get it. I don't even go out no more, hardly, in places that I usually go because I keep running into these dudes that won't take no for an answer. It's a no. Look, Myra, you so want a man? Come here to Texas. I'll introduce you to a whole bunch of them. Spectrosexual. What is a spectrosexual? I've heard of metrosexual. What's a spectrosexual? I like men and trans men only. I think that's spectrosexual. Okay. I'm not hating on that. Everybody has their thing. Honestly, I'm a lesbian. I love women, but I watch gay porn. Everybody has their thing. It's nothing. I don't know, I like that femdom stuff. You know, the BDSM. I like stuff like that. Everybody has their thing. I just don't like men. And that seems to be, I can't get a date with a woman, but I can't keep the men away. If that makes any sense. I can't even get a date with a woman. I want one. I just can't get one. But men, I can't keep them away. I'm just like, I have another dude that calls me like every 3 days. I'm gonna stop by there. You don't want to stop by here? Can we meet somewhere? We can meet at the park. McDonald's? I don't know. Not here. Because as soon as you try to come up in here, it's gonna be a whole nother thing. And I'm not interested. I had a dude said, okay, we're gonna make this music. He came out of my apartment at the time. We was about to get on the mic. Boy took off, went to the restroom, took off his shirt, was walking around my apartment with no shirt on, petting my dog, telling me that the dog need to be loose, let my dog loose all up in the house, and when the dog shit, he didn't want to pick it up. I'm like, I met one cool guy. He was a Leo. He was cooler than a ceiling fan. I ain't gonna lie. And it's not like he wasn't date worthy. And it wasn't like he was good looking, because he was very good looking. Very good looking. It's just that he had this very domineering attitude, like everything he said was right. And I was like, chill out, like, bro, like just chill, bro. He liked to argue. Let me put it like that. My ex-wife she was the same way. Just love to argue. They have a way about them that they feel like the way that you show love, the way that you show love is by arguing with the person that you love, so that they know that you love them enough to argue with them. Can we just skip that part? What about the rest? What about? He was really good looking. Like, I was halfway tempted. And he kept asking to put a baby in me. I was halfway tempted because he was really good looking. Muscular, long dreads, light skin, blue eyes, cute smile. Came and checked on me when I was sick, sweet as hell. But he just had this argumentative thing about him that just was irritating. Like, it was just never settled. Like, you could never just drive in peace. It was always arguing with him about what was playing on the radio, whether I should take a right turn or a left turn, whether, it was just, I felt like it was a situation that would have always continued, even if I did try to be with a man, Look how long it took, though. I can't do that shit for 10 years. I did it for 13. And my ex-wife, she tries to contact me up until, I want to say the end of August, July. In August, I just simply sent her a happy birthday. But up until the end of July, and I was at work, she tried to contact me, but I only had advice for her. I just kind of wasn't feeling it, like, I found out, well, she has a kid already I knew about. And then before she had that kid, she said, I don't sleep with him. But now she has one on the way. So I can't see how you have one on the way on somebody you don't sleep with. So why are you contacting me? Because I don't want to be with him. And everybody say you the best thing I ever had. And even my family is kind of embarrassed of him. And they wish I would have always already stayed with you and all this stuff. And I'm just like, honestly, I believe you, but it's just kind of not flattering. I'm not impressed. I told you before we got divorced, to be out here, to change yourself, to grow up a little bit, not to hurry up and get into a next relationship you can possibly get into. Now you're in something that you don't really want to be in. And your boyfriend, your baby daddy, is still in love with his ex-baby mama. And you know it. And you did this shit anyway. This is the bed you're going to have to lie in. And I have nothing to do with it. All hands up. You're not going to come to me with 2 kids and him, and you want him in your house. And then he going to try to come and make havoc in my house. I can't do that. I finally found peace within myself. So there's nothing I can do for you. And then not to mention, like, your family worse than him. I took care of you, your entire 15 brothers and sisters, mother and father. And my family did too. On our backs, on none of y'all all insisted on not doing anything. That's what you know what? That's what I told her. I said, one day, when your family passes, will you be able to do this with that man on your own? And I get it. I do get it, CJ. I get it. And honestly, I get it. And maybe you really do have a really good man. Maybe that's kind of the point. There may be good guys out here. I'm not saying that Leo guy that I met, I'm not saying that he wasn't a good guy. It's just that he hid too much. I said, he said, I'm going to have to go away for a little while. What do you have to go away for? That answer was a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And maybe, it might be a couple few days, years, decades. So I said, if you got to go away and you running from the law and you fled here, what's the deal with you? No answer. That's a no. I'm not going to step into something I don't even know I'm in just because you don't want to answer a simple ass question of what you did. And I understand that maybe he thought I would be unimpressed by what he did. And I might have been unimpressed by what he did. Who would be? But at least it would be honesty. And men have a very hard problem with that when it comes to me. Maybe with other females, maybe these hood rats they can be honest with. But for some reason, they have a hard time being honest with me. Like they look too much up to me or think too highly of me to tell me the truth. And I get sick of it. Because sometimes I just want honesty. I just don't want the veil pulled over my eyes. And that same goes with females too. If you're still with your ex or you're still in love with guys, why are you flirting with me? Like, why are you trying to be with me? Like, why do you call me every 30 seconds on the phone? Every time y'all break up, I'm on the phone. Just don't call me back. I know who I am. And I know what I have to offer. And I sure don't want to offer it to just any old Tom, Dick, Harry, and Joe. At the end of the day, I want to love who I am. I want to have a blended family. Even if it's not my own kids, I want to adopt some. Even if it is my own kids, I still want to adopt kids. That's where I came from. I want to have something to offer people that don't know what a family is. That's what I want, CJ. Because when I didn't know what a family was, what it meant to be wanted, loved, adored, supported, and I still don't, I put this to right hand to the man on God, Jesus, source, and universe. Never let a kid feel like that. I support them if they want to pay, if they want to play spoons on their knees. I will support that shit. Play them spoons, baby. I don't care what they want to do. Because I know how it feels to not have that. I want that in my future. Thank you so much. Because that's what I want. So I want to get past this part of me that feels hurt, that fuck people don't see me for who I am. And I just want to give the ultimate love to people who don't get to get seen for who they are. Beautiful, honest, trustworthy, just children. I will stick my foot up your ass. However, only because you deserve love too. And you deserve to love yourself. Sometimes it's hard for people to do. You've been treated so badly your entire life. I can't wait till the day that I can give that to somebody. I know, CJ. When I was a kid, I didn't speak or stand up for myself either. And I think that's kind of the majority of the women that I speak to are women who just kind of don't know how to. Because they feel like if they did, they'd lose everything. To just have an opinion, you lose everything. To have an opinion, to have a voice, to say no, to speak up for yourself. When I was a kid, I thought that because I was in foster care, I felt like if I said anything against my foster parents or my adoptive parents, that they just wouldn't want me no more. Truth is, thank you, son. I appreciate you, sweet baby. Truth is, turns out I was right. But I was right for the right reasons. When you start standing up for yourself and you never have before, people are going to look at you as if, well, you never act like this before, and I've always treated you like this. Well, it's different now because I ain't taking the shit. I'm not taking that. It's like, let's say a rape victim, and they've been living in a house with a child molester their entire life. And then finally one day, that kid kicked that man in their balls and then run off. Well, she never act like this before. She just took it. No, she's tired. And when a woman fed up, I'm going to kick you in your balls and run off. Or you ever seen that Ike and Tina movie? What is it? What's Love Got to Do with It? When Tina was fed up, her and Ike sat in the back of that limo. She wasn't the only one walking out with bruised and black eyes. He had one too, looking crazy and shit. And then she left, ran straight across the street away from that man as far as she can goddamn get. Because when a woman fed up, there's nothing you can do about it. And then one day I got fed up. Oh. I was talking crazy to this person, that person, that person, that person, that person. How do you lost your goddamn mind? How the fuck you treating people like this? Like I don't have no voice, no thing, no say. Like I'm a nobody. And you've always been treating me like this? I just never said nothing. See, when your mouth open, most people who have no excuses for themselves have no staying power. The only reason they stayed is because they got to treat you any way they like. Now you can't. Now I said no. Now you gotta go. I still say no. And if it means, if getting you back means I have to let you treat me like shit, like I don't exist, like I don't have an opinion, like my words don't matter, like a please and a thank you, like a remember my fucking birthday, if getting you back means I gotta deal with this, I'm good. I'd rather forget about you. Went out last night, had a good damn time. Like chilled was tonight, I guess today. Chill, like somebody brought me home. I didn't even have to Uber home. Everybody, and this is not home, but where I sleep. Everybody was like, chill. I don't think I paid for nothing but like 2 drinks. Everybody else paid for the rest of them. We danced, laughed, had fun. If I gotta miss this to deal with your ugly self, I choose that. What do you choose? I only got one life to live, and you ain't about to fuck it up. For real. Because if I let you fuck up my life, I'm the only one to blame. Because it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. I close these eyes. I open them. I breathe through these nostrils. I speak through this mouth. It's mine. And if I let you fuck it up, versus going out there and like having a joyous moment, celebration of self, your birthday, I choose that. Because sitting over here depressed, wondering why the hell you ain't text, call happy birthday. And I got about 30, I had like 50 people in the club, couldn't wait to just talk to me. I choose that. About 10 guys that wanted to take me home, I choose that. About 5 women that wanted to do the same, I choose that. Versus somebody sitting over here but heard over somebody that what they didn't want to do. Well, okay. I'm doing great, baby. Because just saying that lift my spirit and realize how far I've come. Y'all watched one of my first videos. I was still heartache and heartbroken over an ex that really fucking did me wrong. But today, I choose that. I ain't even about wallowing and I reached 300 plus. Yeah, you know, I reached my 300 plus viewers. I know I'm not at like 3,000. Like, well, I don't care. I'm not even comparing myself to them. I'm so proud. And you know what? The most awesome thing is my 300 plus viewers are all loyal viewers. It was not like 300 and then I lose one. They all stay. They come in when they come in, they go when they go. I love you. I love you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Good night, CJ. And you know what? Whatever it is, it'll work out exactly how it's supposed to. Okay, sweet baby? Whatever it is. Thank you so much, Miss Green. And you're a Miss Green, right? See, now she got that song in my head. Happy birthday to you. Miss Green Star, are you you're a Miss Green Star, right? I'll start that. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your first name. No, it's not whatever I want, sweet baby. It's whatever you want. So if you'd rather be called Miss Green Star, then you're Miss Green Star. If you'd rather be called Mr. Green Star, then you're Mr. Green Star. If you'd rather be called Queen Green Star, then you Queen Green. I'm just asking so that I don't get it wrong and be rude, disrespectful, or against your gender wants. It's not whatever I want. I got what I want. Me. What do you want for you? CJ, I can say for the first time, I may have feelings about it, but I'm not stressed about it. For once, I can say, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks, especially not them. I don't care. When you say a woman fed up, a woman fed up. I don't care. It's been too many years, too much shit. I really don't care. I love you, CJ. And thank you, sweet love, for joining me in the conversation, everything, because I think I get you like you get me. We're just in two different situations, but I do get you. I do understand. And I wasn't trying to deter you from your situation. I was just trying to maybe understand my own, because sometimes I get guidance from y'all too. So I don't think I was trying to do anything like that, because I come from my own place sometimes. And sometimes I just be like, out of curiosity, like, I'd be like, should I change and just accept what is available? Yes, you can have some cards, Star, I promise you. Sometimes I think I should change and accept what is available, which is a whole bunch of men, but it's just something just in my just body, mind, brain, and soul. Just I don't know if I can. Like me and Spirit argue about this all the time, and it's not like women aren't available. It's just that 9 times out of 10 they come with boyfriends, boo things, all that mess right behind them. Like why can't I don't know. Oh Lord. So I'm choosing to be single until I find the right person. Because I can't take all that. Even the last person I talked to, I'm still in love with my ex-boyfriend. Turn around, talking about talking to her ex-boyfriend about me. So basically you using whatever we have to entice him to come back to you because you know it's gonna make him jealous. Get your ass on. Get your ass on, little girl. Play too many games. I see you from a mile away. Thank you for the gift of foresight, Spirit. Not me. I've been through enough of that. All right, I got my cards out for you, sweet baby, okay? Miss Green Star, I got you, sweet baby. And I have a feeling you're a Miss Green Star. And that you're beautiful, delectable, and worth it. Hi, Vanchanka. How you doing, baby? Did you find a way to donate? Come on, baby. You can find a way to donate. You got this. And I always answer a question for you for free. Always do. I don't ever receive a donation from you, sweet. But I have from a lot of people. So I can only expect you to be able to find a way, sweet baby. It's different if you were brand new. Okay. Here we go, okay? Miss Green Star, are you still here? Miss Green Star, are you still here? Man, do people just leave? If I don't answer that question right away? If I'm in mid-conversation and I don't stop my mid-conversation? Yep. It's 7 in the morning. I've been up all night. I can't sleep. Miss Green Star, you still here? All right. Skip your Miss Green Star. I offered it. Vanchanka, I will be doing yours if you find a way to donate. You got cash up in your country or something. Seems like you always get what you want, but okay. So here we go. So you're just going to have to be here for the general part of it if you're going to be here for the general part of it. So it's not anybody's specific reading. Okay. Furred and feathered friends. Animals are intuitive, sacred beings, and the wisdom keepers of many earth traditions. You are some of our most loving companions. They are some of our most loving companions and have much to teach us. Yet the treatment of some species is appalling. As our empathy expands, we see other beings and the equality of their lives as interconnected and equal to our own. We may be inspired to align our actions with our compassion to minimize the harm we do to the planet and her inhabitants. This card also signifies energetic bonds. You may have a greater awareness of wisdom, of the wisdom of the animals you encounter and their meaning for you. Oh man, my allergies are so messed up right now. So we have also, we have, it is what it is. Okay. Number 6. And then we have number 43, Spirit of God of Gratitude. It said, it is what it is, and the spirit of gratitude. Have and keep a spirit of gratitude. The reason that things happen is because they're supposed to. It is what it is. If you continue to keep chasing something that's not meant for you, so shall it be. But if you learn to be grateful for the things that you have, so shall you receive. So open yourself up to the world. Open yourself up to endless possibilities. Because the only thing that's stopping you from having anything and everything you want is you. Life force energy. The King of Swords. The Six of Cups. The Tower. And the Nine of Swords. And the Judgment. So there might be trouble afoot. It's like one small mishap may create a big something, tower, or And that could be positive or negative. Just want to say. But Tower followed by the Nine of Swords. I'm sorry, y'all, because for some reason my allergies is messed up. Maybe it's because I was out all night. So I'm gonna keep you up all night. Maybe a bad decision, a bad judgment. The Page of Cups and the Death card. Offering your cup to something, up to a decision that you may have probably should have not. Death card offered it to. Hangman in reverse, but it may have had like an effect on you, as if it gave you some kind of like energetic power, or got you out of that stagnant feeling, whatever you did offer your cup to. Or maybe you put death to the Hangman, because it goes to the death card to the Hangman in reverse. You put death to being stagnant, not doing anything about it, not saying anything about it, just kind of letting it all. You know how like when you're like depressed and kind of just let things happen, and you don't do anything about it, even though you know like your dishes need to be washed, but it's still just gonna stay in there for like, a couple more days, weeks, some people months. Something you do is going to put death to that Hangman, like that stagnancy, that hold on, wait a minute, or I don't feel like it, or maybe tomorrow. Wheel of Fortune, which is going to bring a great deal of change in your life with the King of Wands. It's going to bring a great deal of change. Something for you to look forward to. Three of Pentacles, something that you can work on, build upon. Ace of Wands, which will make you feel, I don't know, very happy, or like you're going in the right direction, or things are about to change. Let me pull this down a little bit more. Like things are about to change, like it's about to get different. King of Pentacles, because you're going from the Page of Cups to the King of Swords to the King of Wands to the King of Pentacles. That's three kings. Like you're just evolving in a way you didn't think that you were going to evolve in the first place. Or relating in a way that you didn't think you were going to relate in the first place. Something that you, for a long time, you chose not to do. You did it. And it made a difference. You realized something. Queen of Swords and the Six of Swords. You realized that you didn't have to stay where you were at. Those Ten of Wands, the guarded. Because your Ten of Cups was offering yourself love. And it goes for, maybe you were offering up love to someone. Something that you thought, Ten of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles to the Ace of Cups, you didn't think it was enough, but it was. It's exactly what you needed. The Ace of Cups to the Five of Cups to the Chariot. So you stopped looking at what you lost. And you stopped looking behind you, and you started looking looking in front of you. What's next? Right? And what is next? Strength. The Chariot to the Strength card. The strength is turning away from things that you thought were true to you and going towards being strong, self-reliant, and the unknown. No one knows what's going to happen next. Some people may be able to predict a portion, but no one can predict a lifetime. So what do you choose? Are you going to stay in the hangman mode? Or are you going to move towards your lifetime? Because the only thing is in this hangman mode is the same old thing. Over and over again. You cannot experience new thing hanging on to the same stuff, hanging on to the same branch, upside down, looking at life. In a way that, I don't know. Have you ever hung upside down and looked at life in an upside down way? I'm doing a general. You have a chance, the Empress, to actually start something new. Look at things in a new way. High Priestess, use your better judgment. This is your chance to Hierophant, to grow up and see yourself as you are the option, not you're one of the option. You are the one. Staying stuck, acting like somebody got you bound up in a love situation that makes you feel bound up. Or you could free yourself into a lover situation where not only do you love yourself, but you take your time to heal, so you could actually offer the kind of love that you want to offer to people, to love yourself. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, sweet baby. That's your justice. We're starting over. But fear binds you. Because if you left, it would have to start all over again. Thank you, sweet baby. You have to start all over again. You have to start manifesting from scratch again. The Seven of Pentacles. But what comes out of it is the Star card. You at that point not only feed the water, but use the water to feed the earth. Because you become not part of a human being, but you become a whole human being. And then you will expect a partner with a whole human being, and you as a whole human being. And that's where love begins. Because if I don't need anything from you, want anything from you, and I'm not trying to break your heart or do sneaky shit, we can actually have a world together. We have peace, rest, rejuvenation for our souls. We have something to offer one another. We've thought about this, the Hermit card. And the Seven of Wands, I want to lay down my burdens. Because I've been through some bad shit, yes. Two of Swords. But I also choose you. The Sun card. And when you get to that point of being a whole person, and understand that you're not lonely. When you're alone, it's a choice. Anybody can go out here and find anyone. That doesn't make you lonely. It just gives you time to do your work. So, okay, Page of Swords. You got to tell people, 8 of Cups. Nah, I'm really not kind of interested in your cup that you're offering me, Knight of Cups. I don't want anything King of Swords. Knight of Swords, fleeting. And that I'm just going to have to fight and argue for, and I'm going to have to hide shit for Pentacles, or I'm going to have to do this or that just to have something for myself. Bro, I don't want your cups, because I've seen you flirt with this one. Make yourself, I've seen you like head yourself around the room. King of Cups. I want somebody that can offer me something that is just peaceful and there, and it flows. Temperance. 4 of Wands. 8 of Wands. With the Queen of Cups. It just flows. So that's my story for all of you. Is that if you rush into something, you're going to get a rush response. How you enter a relationship is exactly the dynamic of the relationship. So if you're in a hurry to get married, you must be in a hurry to lose that person. Because everything worth having takes time. I've never known anything worth having come easy. At all. So I want you guys to think about that in that way. If you rush into something, but if you take your time, you'll get wish fulfillment. So take your time. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah. And by the way, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, I'd be really weary. After the Ace of Wands comes the 6 of Pentacles, to the Queen of Pentacles, to the 10 of Pentacles, to the 5 of Pentacles. I would really be weary of that Pentacle energy, thinking everything is about support. Because you don't go from the 6 of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles to the 5 of Pentacles, being left out in the cold and having to still start all over again. Kind of just don't. Be careful of that. If you have that energy or someone around you has that energy, be careful of that, okay? Yes, it's a collective read. Just be careful of those things. When somebody comes and rushes into your life and they offer you everything that you want, and then they don't even follow through. It goes from the, what was it, Six of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold. As quickly as it came is as quickly as it's going to leave. So make sure whatever you do, manifest it. Whatever you manifest, make sure it's something that deserves you. Job, boyfriend, girlfriend, apartment, like, be careful with that. Because what you put out in the universe, so shall you get back. You don't want no man that's got a girlfriend that you want them to leave. Because 9 times out of 10, the same person that left, their girlfriend for you is going to leave you for another girl. You don't want that kind of energy. So take your time. Keep your legs closed. Make them work for it for once. Don't just meet them in the club, take them home real quick. Good things don't happen overnight. Worth it things don't happen overnight. My name is A.K.A. Monster Hierophant, and this is Logic Tarot. Thank you so much for coming. I gotta at least get a nap in before I gotta go to work at 12. I will see you soon. And if no one has ever told you, I love you. And you're worth it. And I hope all of you had a great Thanksgiving. My birthday was awesome. But clearly I need some rest because I'm losing my energy. And I gotta go in at 12 and I've been up all night. So I'll see you all soon, I promise. Much love to you. Very, very soon. Kisses, hugs, and can't wait to see you again.